Alright, Rick, it's time to talk about some games. Last week, the schedule wasn't the sexiest schedule we've seen in a while. But this week, oh boy, lots of good games to talk about. We can only talk about 4, so let's just get to it. Let's start out with Class A. Thorndale, Thrall. Probably not the biggest game in the world, but that is a rivalry in every sense of the word. Who do you like in this one?
Well, it is a big rivalry to them.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, they're only about 5 miles apart.
Very close.
I like Thorndale. They're just having a better year. They're 6-2. Thrall is 4-4. They're averaging about 10 points more than they're giving up, whereas Thrall is giving up about 10 points more than they're scoring. So I see an easy win for Thorndale.
Yeah, you just kind of got to go up there for the last game. Thorndale's coming off a shutout of Flatonia. Thrall lost big to Weimer, and Thorndale has a pretty good quarterback in Riley Schaefer. He's been playing pretty well this season, over 1,000 yards passing and 11 touchdowns. So you got to think the Bulldogs have the edge in this one, but it's going to be close because rivalry games like that, they're just not blowouts. All right, second game, Vista Ridge, Cedar Park. Any other week, this is the game of the week. But as we will talk about later, we have 2 other really good games. But who do you like in this one?
I like them both, but if I have to pick one, I'm going to be stubborn and say Cedar Park. When I saw them beat Leander a few weeks ago, I thought they were the best team in the area. They only average 19 points a game, but they only allow 12. Of course, Vista Ridge, they're coming off their first loss of the season not that long ago. But I see a very tight 3-point game, Cedar Park.
I go to Cedar Park too. I think Nate Grimm is developing into a very underrated quarterback. He had 3 touchdown passes last week. So they're not getting a lot of offense, but the offense that they get, they're making it work, especially with that defense. Defense is kind of bending, not breaking. You can run on them, so Stedman Mayberry and Adrian Duncan will probably get their yards for Vista Ridge. Because Cedar Park has let 5 guys rush for at least 100 yards against them, but they're not letting people in the end zone. And I just think Cedar Park gets enough production from Grimm in their defense and wins, like you said, a pretty close one. All right, we're going to go our game of the week. Georgetown, Connolly, 1 loss between them, and that was in the opening week. Connolly lost to Leander, so we have an 8-0 team, a team that's won 7 straight. Both defenses playing great, both offenses playing great. Who do you like this one? This one's probably going to be for the 17-4A title.
It's definitely for that title. I'm going to go with Connolly with a little bit of an upset. I just think Connolly in their last 7 games, they've established themselves on both sides of the football. They've got 3 shutouts this year. They're just tough. Jake Hubenek, though, 27 touchdowns and 4 interceptions for Georgetown. This is going to be a tough game.
I'm going to go with Georgetown. You mentioned Jake Hubenek. Crazy thing about him, he has all those stats. He's among the area leaders in touchdown passes and passing yards. He's only played in 2 fourth quarters this season. They've been just yanking him as soon as it's like the anti-Refugio mentality. So he's getting not as much playing time, still getting the stats. As we mentioned before in the Game Balls video, their defense is lights out, 8.8 points a game. I think that wins it for them. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a good one. I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it, but I say Georgetown walks away.
I say Connolly.
Walks away winner. All right.
Connolly's going to win.
The last game, Lake Travis, Westlake. We're used to this game being in the first week of the season, but they're district rivals now. Westlake started slow, playing really well lately. Lake Travis is still the 9th ranked team in the state. Who wins this one?
Well, this might be a first for me in 5 years, but I'm going to pick Lake Travis to lose.
Ooh.
I'm going to pick Westlake to win. They've won the last 4 games fairly easily. They're only giving up 5 points a game in those 4 victories. The thing about Lake Travis, they didn't play Sean Nixon last week, and if he is still hurt, their running back, he's one of the best in the state, as you know. I just don't think that they're going to overtake Westlake in Chaparral Stadium. Watch out, Jordan Sievert playing real well at quarterback. A mini upset, Westlake over Lake Travis.
I've said this before. I'm not betting against Lake Travis until someone knocks them off. And I know they lost Consolidated, but in Austin they have been dominant for the past 5 years. Baker Mayfield's still there. I know they've been banged up in other positions, but he's still putting up pretty incredible stats for those injuries. He seems to find people like Grant Foster to play pass and catch with them. Defense allowing less than 14 points a game, and Westlake has been impressive, but they also haven't played anyone. They're only 1-3 against teams with winning records. So this is going to be a true test for them, and if they win, then maybe we can start being like, whoa, Westlake. Maybe start saying they're contenders. But at the moment, I say Lake Travis is still the king in that district and king in the area, and I say they get the win. 5 straight over the Chaps.
that would be the first time they've ever played in district, so that spices it up.
Should be a fun game to go see over at Chaparral Stadium.